There are different ways of working with tapestry crochet. In past videos, I've shown you how to do it in the round in a spiral way with single crochet. In this video, I'm gonna show you how to make tapestry crochet in order to get straighter lines. This sample is made in the round in closed rounds with back loop single crochet, which makes stitches line up straighter one over the other. Next, I will show you how to make this sample so you can practice this way of making tapestry crochet. To start, make 50 chains. Then make one slip stitch in the first chain made to close in the round. Insert the hook in the chain, yarn over, and go through the chain and the loop on the hook to close, taking care not to twist the foundation chains. To start round 1, chain 1, and then continue making one single crochet in each following chain. By the end of the round, we will have 50 single crochets all around our foundation chain. But we will be working in closed rounds, so we insert our hook in the first stitch to make one slip stitch and close round 1. And round 1 is finished with 50 stitches all around. Now we continue with round 2, where we will start carrying and wrapping a second color. To start, chain 1 and make one back loop single crochet in the same stitch as the join. Insert the hook going under the back loop of the stitch only. Yarn over, go through the back loop, and before closing the stitch, take the second color, leaving a 10 cm strand, and place it in between the hook and the working color. And just let it lay over the stitches of last round. Yarn over with the working color and close the first back loop single crochet with the second color wrapped in between the stitch from the front and back of our work. Place a marker in this first stitch and continue making one back loop single crochet in each of the following stitches, and always wrapping the second color. Insert the hook in the back loop of the next stitch and go under the second color, yarn over with the working color, go through the back loop of the stitch, yarn over with the working color, and go through the last 2 loops on the hook to close. And the second stitch with the second color wrapped inside is done. And continue with 48 back loop single crochets more, wrapping the second color to complete 50 stitches. For this round, we won't be making color changes yet, so we can practice how to carry and wrap the additional color first. It's not necessary to pull or loosen the second color. Just let it lay over the stitches of last round and continue crocheting as you usually do, but now wrapping an additional yarn in between the stitches. And our 50 back loop single crochets with the second color wrapped inside are done. The yarn remains hidden from the front and back of our work. To close the round, remove the marker and make one slip stitch by going under the two loops of the first stitch, going under the second color as well, yarn over with the working color, and close the slip stitch. And round 2 is finished with the second color wrapped in between the stitches. For round 3, we will start a sequence of 3 stitches in green and 2 stitches in pink to practice color changes. To start, chain 1 and make 1 back loop single crochet in the same stitch as the join. Insert the hook on the back loop, going under the second color, yarn over with working color and go through the back loop, yarn over and close the stitch. Place the marker in this first stitch and continue with 2 more back loop single crochets for a total of 3 stitches in green. But before closing the third stitch, make the change to pink by lifting the pink yarn in front of the green yarn. Yarn over with the new color and close the stitch. And we're ready to make stitches with pink, now wrapping the green yarn inside. Insert the hook in the back loop of next stitch, going under green yarn, yarn over with pink yarn, go through the back loop, yarn over, and close. Start the second back loop single crochet with pink, and before closing I will change to green by lifting the green yarn behind the pink strand. Yarn over with green and close. And my first color sequence is finished with 3 back loop single crochets in green and 2 back loop single crochets in pink. And I will continue repeating this sequence, making the necessary color changes and wrapping green or pink yarn. Make 3 back loop single crochets with green again, and before closing the third stitch, lift the pink yarn in front of the green yarn, yarn over and close, and then make 2 back loop single crochets with pink. And before closing the second stitch, change to green by lifting the green yarn behind the pink yarn, yarn over and close. The way I handle the yarns when making the switch from one color to the other will prevent the yarns from getting tangled throughout the work. But if you're using a system such as yarn bowls, ball holders, or some kind of container with holes, it won't be necessary to move the strands as I do. Just lift the new color from its source and drop the other color for each color change. And the strands won't get tangled, because such accessories help keep each yarn in the same place. And continue repeating the same sequence of 3 stitches in green and 2 stitches with pink for the whole round. With each color change, pink or green yarn is hidden in between the stitches from the front and back of our work. And finish the last sequence of the round with 3 back loop single crochets with green and 2 back loop single crochets with pink. And make the change to green in the last stitch. So we'll be ready to start round 4 with green again. Remove the marker from first stitch and make one slip stitch by going under the pink yarn. And round 3 is finished, with color changes and their sequence of 3 stitches in green and 2 stitches with pink. For round 4, chain 1, and we will repeat the same sequence of 3 back loop single crochets with green, and 2 back loop single crochets with pink. We repeat this sequence for the whole round and for a few rounds more. And this is our work by the end of round 7, repeating the same sequence of colors. We can see how the lines remain straighter in comparison to the sample made in the round in a spiral way with regular single crochets. And this is mainly because for this sample we worked with back loop single crochets. You will also notice a kind of seam or edge because we're working in closed rounds, which is also different from working in spiral or continuous rounds. I hope you can practice tapestry crochet in this other way and decide which one you will be using for your next project.